Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Liz of chicagolawluxurymakeup. In today's Sunday morning Get Ready With Me, we're going to be using a few brand new Chanel products mixed in with some of my favorites to create a full face of Chanel. So if you're curious to see what I picked up, my thoughts on the new products, and how I created this full face of Chanel, keep watching. Good morning. I'm going to start by unboxing, or really just rather showing you what I picked up during my most recent Chanel hauls. Now, Chanel did come out with a few new releases sporadically. I really don't even know a better way to describe it. Some of this stuff is not on the Chanel website yet. Some of it is at other retailers. It's been a mess, you guys. But I did pick up a few products. So I'm going to show you what I have, and then we will use those products to create a full face of Chanel. The first thing I picked up is the #1 de Chanel face mask. This is the Red Camellia Revitalizing Mask. I'm really excited to try it, but I have already done all of my skincare and everything for the morning, so I'm going to hold off on this, but I will try it and give you guys an update in a future video. I am really excited to try that. I think this might already be on the Chanel website. I'm not 100% certain. I did pick mine up in the boutique. I don't know. And when I placed my order with the boutique, there was a new eyeshadow palette that came out. Now that eyeshadow quad is not on the Chanel website yet. It's not. It is randomly popped up at other retailers, and if I do see by the time that this video goes up that it is on the website, I will definitely link it below. The boutique where I order from had it in stock, and by the time I went to place my order, had sold out. So I do anticipate this quad to be a very popular one and to sell out quickly. So I will definitely make sure and let you know when it is available on the US site. But they did also come out with 2 new eyeliners, so I did pick up both of those eyeliners. I'm not certain if I will get the eyeshadow or not. I haven't decided, and we'll talk about that later. The other things I picked up were from the website. So this came from chanel.com, and this is one of the new Le Beige blushes. I already have one, and I love it. Love it. I have been using it non-stop since I filmed my review, and I will go ahead and link that review video for you guys if you want to see it. So since I loved that rose shade so much, I went ahead and picked up the coral shade, and then they also came out with a few new shades of the #1 de Chanel Lip and Cheek Balm, and I went ahead and picked up another one of those, and I picked up shade Ardent Brick. So I'm really excited to use those products today, incorporated into some of my other Chanel favorites. To start with today, I'm going to be using the brand new Chanel Healthy Winter Glow Primer. I have shade Icy Beige. I really like it, you guys. I've been using this one nonstop, and I really like it. I think that it hydrates my skin, and it definitely gives my skin a glow, and I think it is beautiful. Really beautiful. I've been wearing it under multiple different foundations, and I haven't encountered a problem yet with any of the foundations that I've used. So we're going to try today using a Chanel foundation. This is the #1 de Chanel foundation. I have shade B20. This is, again, another one of my absolute favorite Chanel foundations. It is really good. Honestly, when I first got the foundation, I was convinced I wasn't going to like it. I just didn't think I would, but I was wrong. I think it is really pretty. So that's what we're going to use today, and I'm actually almost done with this bottle. I don't think that I will finish it by the end of January, which is when I do my empty video for the year. So I don't think it'll make it into my empties for 2023, but it'll definitely make it into the empties for 2024. And I lied. It might make it into the empties for 2024, or the empties for 2023. As I'm applying it, there's a fragrance that isn't normal. So it might be going bad. So I might just go ahead and declutter it in 2023. Now, the #1 de Chanel line at Chanel is their more clean line. So because of that, the products aren't going to last as long. So I might just end up decluttering it now, or just using it nonstop for the next month to try and really get it finished. So I would say that this foundation has a very natural finish. I think it looks very skin-like. As far as coverage, I would say medium, like a true medium. And I am able to build it up to give me more of a medium to full coverage, which is what I prefer. I don't know that I've ever wore those two products together, the primer and the foundation. I'm not certain. I probably have, but I think that they pair really, really nicely together. For concealer, I went ahead and used the Chanel Sublimage concealer. I have shade B20. I love this concealer. It is very, very good. It is very hydrating. It's very moisturizing. It has amazing, amazing coverage, and it's very forgiving. So I definitely recommend it. I think if you have older, mature skin, this is the concealer for you. I really, really love it. My only complaint with it, and the reason I don't wear it more often, is the packaging. I just don't like it. I don't know what to say. I just don't like it. That's my personal preference. Other people may love it, may not have a problem with it. And, you know, again, personal preference. But the concealer itself, very, very good. For cream contour or cream bronze today, I'm going to go in with the Chanel Le Beige. This is the Healthy Bronzing Cream. And I have shade Tan Deep. Now, I do have this particular product in multiple shades, so I can use multiple different shades, but I really do like the Tan Deep. I think it gives a beautiful, beautiful contour because it is a little bit deeper. It's got this beautiful red undertone, and I just really think that on me, it is a beautiful contour. And to blend this in today, I'm using the Sundaymorning Sheer Buffer. Love this brush. Love, love, love this brush for cream products. Hands down, I think this is the best brush that was released by Sundaymorning last year. It is so good. So, so good. And I did pick up a backup, you guys. I did. I do not have a Chanel powder right now. I have completely used mine up and haven't repurchased it yet. So for powder today, I'm just going to go in with this Hourglass Translucent Setting Powder. Now, I do know that there are shades for this powder. I just have the translucent. This Chanel loose powder is very, very good. It's one that I used for years and years, and I will absolutely repurchase it. I just have so many open powders right now that it doesn't make sense to repurchase it, but I would and will. Now for bronzer today, I'm going to be using the Chanel Le Beige. This is the Oversized Healthy Glow Sun-Kissed Powder. And I have shade Sunkiss, which is medium. This was limited edition. It's no longer available. I don't understand why. I mean, this is a beautiful, beautiful bronzer. I don't know why they would make it limited edition. They don't have a permanent powder bronzer. The Le Beige Healthy Glow Bronzing Creams are permanent, but they don't have a permanent powder bronzer. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand. But this one is really good, and I apologize that I'm using a product you guys can't get, but it is the only Chanel bronzer that I have and that I use and I love. I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyes. No surprise here, you guys. I'm using the Chanel Cream Shadow in shade Skintalence. This is my favorite, and it's what I use, I would say 98% of the time. Every once in a while, I will pick up a different one, but this is my favorite. And every time I'm done using it, I'm like, well, before I open up my backup, let me try and get through some of these others. And then I start to use them, and I'm like, nope, nope. That's why I don't use them. Chanel is the best. And I have explained in other videos, this is not an eye primer. This is actually a cream eyeshadow. I use it as a primer because I love the color and I love how it covers my eye. It covers all the redness underneath my eye, and it leaves down this beautiful, beautiful pink shimmer. And I just personally think any eyeshadow I put on top of it, it just looks better. It just looks better. I have tried other primers. I don't think the eyeshadows go down as nicely on top of them as they do this. This is just absolutely beautiful, and it's my absolute favorite. So now let's open up this brand new Chanel Red Camellia Lip and Cheek Balm. And I picked up the Ardent Brick shade. So here is the little pot that it comes in. You do have the cc's there. So you do get 6.5 grams, I think, and an 18-month shelf life and made in France. That is what it looks like. I really, really like these. I've got one other shade. Okay, that is, whoa, that is really, really red. It's a little bit deep. It's a little bit deep. I'm going to swatch it up against the one that I already have, and this is the Rosewood one. This is Lively Rosewood, and that's what Lively Rosewood looks like. I do really like them. I think that they are pretty. I think if I go in lightly, it'll work. I think it'll actually be really, really beautiful. So that is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my BK Beauty 106 and I'm gonna actually just take some for my hand because I don't want it to be too bright. Now, initially when I saw this product, and it's called the Lip and Cheek Balm, I was very hesitant, you guys. So hesitant, because I thought for sure it was gonna leave my cheeks with this tacky, dewy balm, which is something that I don't like, and that's my personal preference. Chanel has these blush and highlight balms that I just cannot use because they don't ever dry down. So I was pretty hesitant when I tried this. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I tried it. I went in with an open mind and I loved it. And I love this. Holy cow, look how beautiful this brick shade is. It is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So I'm even going in with a little bit more product to build it up because I think it is that pretty. I really, really do. Oh, this is gorgeous. Now you could stop there. You don't have to go any further. You could just stop there. I think that this is a beautiful, beautiful product. I do like to top my cream blushes with a powder blush, so I am going to do that. However, I do want to show you guys just how it looks by itself. That is beautiful. I really, really like these products. Let me know down below if you guys have tried this, and if you have, what is your favorite shade? I know that when they first came out, there was like 5 or 6 shades. I only picked up the Rosewood. I have thought about going back and getting other shades multiple times. I just haven't, but I need to, you guys. That is beautiful. So now I'm going to open up the new Le Beige Healthy Winter Glow Blush, and then this is the Coral shade. I honestly don't know how to pronounce it, so we're just going to call it the Coral shade. Now these do come with a standard felt packaging, and then I really like that it is just this blush is distinguished from the other blushes because it does have this Le Beige packaging, which I do like. And here is the Coral shade. I think it looks beautiful. I love the snowflake embossing. I really, really like it. So I do, like I said, I do have the rose one. Here is the rose one. And like I said, I have been using this one nonstop. I think it is beautiful. So I'm going to swatch the Coral and I will swatch it up against the rose so you can see the comparison. So there's the Coral. That is pigmented. And now we're going to swatch the rose. I take my Chicagolawluxurymakeup cheek brush and pick up a little bit of this blush. That's what it looks like. I mean, do you see how that cream blush underneath the powder blush just makes the powder blush pop? Look at that. So my right side has the cream and the powder. My left side just has the cream. I think this is beautiful. I really, really do. Now these are limited edition. I'm not even certain if they're still available, although I do know that they are started to show up at other retailers. So I will link it down below at all the retailers that I find it. So I know that it was popping up at Macy's and Nordstrom. So I will, wherever I can find it, I will link it for you guys. So depending on where you like to shop. But I definitely would not wait too long on these blushes or even the primer. The primers were selling out so fast. And for good reason. That primer is beautiful. I mean, just honestly, look at my face. It is glowing. It is beautiful. These new products are so good. So if you haven't already picked it up and you're waiting because you kind of don't know, I mean, they're good. They are good. For highlighter, I'm going to go ahead and use this rosy gold highlighter. This is part of the permanent collection, so it is still available. I thought about using those new oversized highlighters that came out over the holidays, or maybe even before the holidays. And, you know, I just don't reach for them. I don't reach for them, and honestly, I like this highlighter better. So I'm just going to use that today. I'm going to go in with an eyeshadow quad. This is part of their permanent collection, the one that I'm going to use today. And it is called Tissi Essential. And when I look at this little quad, I think it looks very, very similar to the new one, the Eclat Nuit. I really, really do. And like I said, I have not been able to get the brand new quad. My boutique was sold out. And honestly, I don't know that I will pick it up. I have seen swatches from other content creators. It's very similar to other quads or palettes that I have. So do I need it? I absolutely don't need it. And the only reason I would be getting it is to review it for you guys. So honestly, I just don't know. So I thought, since I don't have it, and I think that this quad is very, very similar. Now, I haven't seen anyone swatch it up against it, so I can't say for sure. But in my opinion, when looking at them, you know, on the picture to picture, I thought that they looked very similar. The other palette that it was similar to was the one that came out for the holiday. And I have seen swatches of this compared to it, and they were very similar. So maybe I'll mix in that palette with this palette and we'll just use both of them to create an eye look. Like I said, if it is available by the time this video goes up, I will link it for you. I do know that it was at other retailers. So Harrods had it, Selfridges had it. There was a store in Canada. I cannot think of the name of it. It's Holt something, and I can't think of the other word. But they had it. So I will link those stores for you guys if you're interested. But I don't know that it's at the chanel.com website yet. I mean, this was part of their permanent collection. I do really, really like it. I think it's very, very pretty. All right, so what I did, I was so busy talking. I took this brown shade right here and I put that in my crease, and I'm using a Sonia G Classic crease. So I think because they are so similar, I'm gonna now go in this taupe shade. And it's really not even a taupe, it's more like olive green. And I'm going to start building up that outer corner into the crease. So is everyone staying warm? It is so cold here in Chicago. So, so cold. And I was supposed to go to Kansas City this weekend. We were going to go to the Chiefs game. And the weather was so bad we didn't end up going. So, but in Kansas City, it got down to like, without wind chill, -13, -14. So with the wind chill, I can't even imagine. So if you are somewhere where it is cold, I hope you are staying warm. And if you are down in the southern hemisphere with my friend Maria, I am so jealous. I am so, so jealous. She was talking in her video the other day how it was going to be in the mid-90s. And I was like, oh, I'm jealous. That I need to go. I need to go to New Zealand, and I need to go in January when it is hot down there and cold here. All right, so far these two palettes are combining beautifully, absolutely beautifully. I'm going to take that same Sonia G Classic crease. I'm not even going to switch. And now I'm going to pick up this black shade. Duh. Put my brush in the right place. And this black shade is not overly pigmented, which is pretty typical for Chanel eyeshadows, but I do really like that because then I get to build it up to the intensity level that I like. I mean, that's beautiful. That is really, really beautiful. And I actually have been reaching for this quad, this Tissi Essential quad, in my everyday looks quite a bit lately. I really do think that it is pretty. Now, this quad right here, this permanent one, there is no shimmer, no highlight shade. There is a like a white or a peach kind of, but I prefer a shimmer, so I am going to go in to this holiday quad and use this shade right here and use that in my That's pretty, and I think this is a pretty good representation of how that new Chanel palette would look. I'm just gonna guess. I don't know. I'm sure I will end up getting it. I'm sure I will. I'm just annoyed that the launch was so random. Like the boutiques had it, but online didn't. So I don't know. I guess I shouldn't really be surprised. It's pretty typical of Chanel. All right, so there is that eye look right now. I think it is beautiful. This is an everyday eye look that I would absolutely wear. Absolutely, that is very, very pretty. And actually, you know what? I'm going to swatch these two eyeshadow palettes up against each other simply because I know that the new eyeshadow quad is very similar to this. So I want to see how similar these two are. We'll start with the holiday one, and I'll start with this light shade, and then I'll end in the white. So here is that holiday quad swatched, and now I will move into Tissi Essential. And I'm going to start here with this taupe, the light, the brown, and then the black. All right, so they don't really swatch similar at all. Completely different formulas, completely different shades. I definitely don't think that they're similar once swatched. Paired together though, I felt that it created a beautiful eye look, and now I am kind of curious. Maybe I should just pick up the new one when it comes so I can see the difference and swatch them for you. But I really did, when I saw the promo pics for the new one, I did think it was very similar to this permanent one from Chanel Tissi Essential. You have both of the two new eyeliners, 74 Beige Lumiere and 76 Brune Platine. So I'm going to open up both of those, swatch them for you, and then I will actually do a few swatch comparisons to other Chanel eyeliners that I have. So here is number 74. That's the color. It's very, very light. That would probably be a really good brightening eyeliner. And then number 76. So probably try and use both of them today, one on the upper and one on the lower lash line. So I got out 4 other eyeliners. This first one's not going to be at all similar. This is Brune Intense. This is going to be more purple. And then I have shade number 52, which is Couvre d'Or, and this is more of like a copper or gold. Last two are browns. So I have shade number 20, which is Espresso. This is one that I use a lot. And then the other one I have is number 58, Bois Noir. I thought that I had a black, and I can't seem to find it. And I thought that I had other shades, but I can't seem to find those. So those are all the ones that I found right off the bat. So none of them are very similar at all, which is good. I don't want to have similar products. And I do really, really like the formula of these eyeliners. They're very easy to apply, and they do last all day. So I am going to go ahead and line my eyes off camera. Like I said, I'm going to use this new one, the Brune Platine. We're going to use that on the upper lash line. And then I will go ahead and go in with the Beige Luminaire on the bottom to kind of brighten the under eye. And then for mascara, I'm going to be using the Chanel Lash Primer, which is my absolute favorite. Don't have an open full-size Chanel mascara right now, but I do have an open sample. And this is the Chanel, this is the La Volume. So I will go ahead and use that, and then we'll be back. I don't have any new lip products, but I want to do a few swatch comparisons with the newest one that I got. All right, I'm back. I don't have the mascara on yet, but I wanted to come on and show you guys the eyeliner. So this number 76 Brune Platine, I don't see it. I have it on my upper lash line. I also tried to put it in the waterline. You cannot see it. And I was like, okay, well, I'm just, it is what it is. You can't see it. So then I tried to put it underneath my eye, and I can't see it either. So I don't know. I don't really know if I like this. I mean, I want to go in with a deeper eyeliner, but I wanted to show you guys how it looked with this new eyeliner before I did that. I'm not a fan. I did use the Luminaire one. This is the beige Luminaire. I did use that in my waterline. That one you can at least see. I don't think it's super brightening, but you can at least see it. This other one, I can't see it on me. Cannot see it at all. So I don't know that I would recommend. I don't know that I would recommend that shade. All right, there's the finished eye look with the espresso. It looks so much better. It really, really does. And maybe if I used a different eyeshadow quad, I think maybe the eyeshadow shade and the eyeliner were just maybe too similar. So maybe if I use a different one, that'll be better. I don't know. I just didn't think it looked very good. I really just couldn't see it. So now we're going to move on to lipstick. I got a request to compare the brand new Rouge Coco Balm in shade Keep Cool up against the Chanel Rouge Coco Bloom, the Chanel Rouge Coco Flash in shade Boy. So I thought that would be a really good comparison, so I wanted to show you guys that. And I'm going to use this Keep Cool Balm again because I do think it is very, very pretty. I'm going to start with that, and I will swatch that for you. So that is the Balm in Keep Cool, and then here is Boy. So they are different undertone, definitely different texture, different formula, but how different are they on the lip? Especially if you're using a lip liner. So I'm going to go ahead and line my lips, and I'll try and do half on each side. So the lip liner that I'm going to use today is a Wayne Goss, and this is in shade Medium Nude. All right, so I'll start with Boy. And this is one of the absolute best shades. It is so, so good. Now I will go in on the other side with the Balm, and this is in shade Keep Cool. It's probably not the best comparison, but they are different. They are different. The Keep Cool is almost like frostier, if that makes sense. They're different, but the difference is slight. And I'm actually going to go in with Boy across the whole lip now. I just love this. I love it. You can just throw it on. You don't even have to look. It's that good. All right, that completes today's Sunday morning get ready with me using some new Chanel products. Let me know what you guys think. I really do love this finished look. Both of those new blushes were beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Highly recommend them. That primer, if it is still available, highly recommend. I think that it is perfect for the winter. The eyeliners, I don't know. I don't think that you need to run out and get the eyeliners, honestly. The beige Luminaire one is pretty. I don't think that it's better than any other brightening eyeliner that I have. And the deeper eyeliner in shade number 76 wasn't deep enough for me. I found it to be very hard to see on my eyes and with this eye look, so I'm not certain that I would recommend it. So if you are looking for what to get in this new line, I definitely think the blushes, the eyeshadow quad, if you can get it, I think will be beautiful. I think you could definitely skip the eyeliners. But that's my opinion. Let me know down below what you guys think. I would love to hear. I hope everyone is staying warm, safe, and healthy. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.